Good day, guys. Welcome to Calcumind, and we'll be looking at separation variable technique. This is a method of solving ordinary differential equation, whereby we can see that the x and y are both entangled, unlike the direct integration, whereby you have the x on one side and the y on one side. So it's basically a method to separate the x values from the y value. This is using an approach whereby we substitute y is equal to vx into the equation. So anywhere you see y, you're going to put this. So breaking down these y values using the y over the x, we have the y over the x. It's going to be giving us a value of v plus x dv over the x. This is more of an implicit differentiation whereby we are differentiating x with respect to the v. So that is why we have the v over the x over here. So now we are going to be attempting this question. So let's start. We're going to be substituting this into this. So we have dy is equal to, bracket x vx minus x squared plus vx squared is equal to 0. So now we are going to be multiplying this by this and establishing this properly. So this is going to be dy, get chalk, vx squared minus x squared plus, this is half square, so it's going to be v squared x squared all in, okay, we have a dx over here, so it's going to be dx equal to 0. So now all in bracket dx, which is equal to 0. So now we are going to be taking these whole parameters over to the right hand side so it can equal out properly. So it's going to be dy vx squared is equal to x squared plus v squared x squared dx. Should not forget our brackets. So now we need to have a dy over dx. We need to have the value present like this, dy over dx. So we can substitute this equation, which is v plus x dv, into the equation. So what we are going to be doing is dividing through by dx. So let's divide through by dx. You can write it out somewhere, dividing through by dx. So this is dy all over dx, vx squared is equal to x squared plus v squared x squared dx. So now we want to impute this into this whole equation, but this vx squared is obstructing the whole equation. What is the most logical thing that can come to our mind is to differentiate through, is to divide through by vx squared. So let's do that. If we divide all through by vx squared, we'll be left with dy over dx is equal to x squared plus v squared x squared dx. So in the process of simplification, okay, let's substitute this first. Then I'll then further simplify this. So we have v plus x dv over dx is equal to x squared plus v squared vx squared dx. So now, as I said earlier, in the process of simplification, we can observe that x squared is common here, also common here, and also common here. So if we take it out, we can factor it out. It will cancel out in the numerator and the denominator. So let's do that. V plus x dv over dx is equal to x squared 1 plus v squared divided by x squared v dx. So now these both, they cancel out. Let's cancel it out. Will then be present with v plus x dv over dx, which is equal to 1 plus v squared all over v dx. Let's take no dx. We have already divided through by dx, so dx is going to cancel out from here. So this is going to cancel out. There is no need for the dx here. It's going to be cancelled out. Sorry for that. Since we are dividing through by dx, it's going to cancel out from this point. So we are going to be moving this v over to this point. So to further simplify, so this x dv over dx is equal to 1 plus v squared all over v minus v. So if you take the LCM, let's take the LCM on both sides. It will be equal to, this is the common denominator. So v divided by v is 1. 1 multiplied by this is going to be 1 plus v squared. V divided by this is 1. 1 multiplied by v squared is minus v squared. So we'll be left with v squared minus v squared is 0. So we'll be left with 1 over v. So we'll move over to the next board. So now we are going to be cross multiplying these two sides in order to make x on one side and v on one side. So it's going to be x dv multiplied by v is equal to dx. So we can see that this has v and this has v. The only intruder on this end is an x. So that is going to give us the motive to eliminate it, whereby we'll be multiplying by 1 over x. So let's multiply by 1 over x. So this x multiplied by 1 over x is equal to dv v is equal to 1 over x dx. So this x is going to cancel out this. So we'll be having v dv, which is equal to 1 over x dx. So now we are going to, since we have v and v on one side, x and x on one side, we'll be integrating. So let's integrate through. Integrate through. So this is going to be integral of v dv is equal to integral of 1 over x dx. So if you integrate this, you will having v is simply adding 1 plus 1, and the answer that you get here, you divide through by it. So it's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to, and if you integrate 1 over a function, it's going to be giving you ln of that function, ln a. So if you integrate 1 over a, you get ln a. So this is ln x. Then I will then add our constant of integration, which is plus c. So this is going to be v squared divided by 2 is equal to ln x plus c. So now let's recall that y was initially vx. So let's say, recall that y was equal to vx. So now v is going to be equal to y over x. So v is equal to y over x. So now we are going to be substituting it into this equation back. So this is going to be y over x all squared divided by 2 is equal to ln x plus c. So now let's simplify this. This y squared x squared all divided by 2 is equal to ln x plus c. So now we are going to be cross multiplying this. We want y to be the subject of the formula. We're going to be cross multiplying this. This will be 2 ln x plus c, all in brackets, My bad. So this is going to be y square all over x square. So if we multiply this by this, let's cross multiply once again. It's going to be 2. This multiplies x square ln x plus c is equal to y square. Don't forget that they asked us for the value of y. We are solving for the value of y and not y square. So now we are going to be taking the square root. Take the square root of this side and also take the square root of this side. So we'll be left with y is equal to 2x squared ln x plus c. So this is our final answer. Make sure to like, share, and comment. And any place you had confusion on, you can also let us know in the comment section and we'll take a look at that. Thank you.